Okay.
You want to keep as level as possible.
You got a nice.
This is a stunt warm-up. I'm average to above average at an independent show. In WWE, when I started especially, I was small.
Really?
Like
small in size and stature, or just small in notoriety?
In stature and size.
Oh, no
in the
kidding.
80s, it was like the land of the dinosaurs. Those guys were just huge.
Right.
And it's more about their performance and their character and their acrobatics than it is about just like, let's get the two biggest guys we can find.
And just have them go at it.
Yeah.
Just because they're like visually amazing to watch. Hi everybody, it's your pal, Tony Horton here. And I know you've probably seen some of my famous workouts. And I hope you're trying the Power Life because it's gonna make you young and gorgeous. Now today, we're gonna do something different. Normally, my special guest will go through one of my powerful workouts, but no. Today, my special guest is going to put me through one of his. So I'm only slightly scared. Now, he has won multiple wrestling titles all over the world. WWE Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion, Impact World Champion, AAA Champion. The boy is busy. He's also an actor, a filmmaker, a free runner, a one-time geologist. Gee, like, has he been to the moon? It's incredible. This guy's done everything. He's a reality star, and he goes by many different Johnnies, partly because he's committed some crimes in parts of the world. I made that part up. Please welcome the Monday Night Delight, John Hennigan.
Thank you for having me.
My brother, how are you, man? It's good to see you.
So glad
you're
in Mexico, they call me Johnny Caballero, which means Johnny Gentleman.
Oh.
And I will say nothing about that crime thing, but it's great to be here.
So it's great that you're here. And, you know, as a wrestler, we were gonna kind of hope to set up the ring, but we don't have much of a budget, so we couldn't do that. So I was gonna get in there with you and have you throw me through the air. But instead, I would prefer as a fitness, as America's fitness clown, actually, I want you to put me through your...
I've seen you get a lot of people in shape.
Well, thank you. But I'm very interested in your flow-mo. Now, how did you come up with that name? And tell me what that is.
Okay, so John Morrison is probably my most famous wrestling name, Jomo. I enter in slow-mo, and of course, I figured flow-mo. I like rhymes.
Yeah.
I just like rhymes. Jomo, slow-mo, flow-mo.
Yeah.
Flow-mo is a compilation of movements from a bunch of different disciplines. Capoeira, wushu, yoga, Pilates, animal flow, breakdancing, pretty much everything.
Wow.
Designed to keep you mobile. A lot of dynamic warm-ups.
Right.
I mean, I'm excited to put you through this because I think that with your knowledge of training, you could probably help me tweak some of these exercises that I might be doing slightly wrong.
Well, I gotta say, in rehearsal, I was impressed, man. I just really liked the sequence of things. I'm going to be horrible at some of them, but I'm okay with that because I'm gonna run Johnny through some stuff too, and I don't know how he's gonna do, but we're gonna kind of share what each other does. I'm gonna get up in the air, and you're gonna get me down on the ground, and it's gonna be awesome. Let's start with a little flow-mo.
All right.
Right now.
Yeah, let's jump in the river and deliver.
We're gonna jump in the river and deliver. All right. This is the big moment, all right? Now, John's gonna run me through the flow-mo Joe ho. I think I added more stuff. So, my man, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Some people call this survival of the drippist.
Of the drippist. All right.
As long as we're talking about flow.
Keep it's a PG thing for sure.
No, drip is a thing. Like you know, Cardi B's got drip, like the chains and the stuff.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't make sense.
I thought it was
that
like
we have no drip.
perspiration, but okay.
Well, it's a pun.
I gotcha.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
First up is a rotating thing with your elbows out, and you want to be completely horizontal. You don't want level changes. You don't want this.
Oh, okay.
You want to keep as level as possible.
You got a nice.
This is a stunt warm-up. The idea being you're controlled and you have big lines.
I like that.
We're going to switch now to punches.
Oh, all right. I want to hit you. Here.
And same thing.
Here.
Big lines.
Here.
And every once in a while you can see in a movie someone load up one of those big punches.
Boom!
Yeah.
Boom! All right.
Boom!
Yeah.
Next up, ridge hands. 45 degrees down.
Oh, okay. here,
Same thing.
here. Now, I can tell, just a little I know about exercise and stuff, this is for my spine.
Yeah.
Keeping it mobile.
Hips,
Right.
spine.
Hips and spine.
And also, it's a warm-up.
Right,
to
yeah.
get your blood pumping.
Yep,
The last piece of this,
yep.
I would call kind of like a little bit of that Conor McGregor walk that he does.
Oh, let me see. Oh,
But the idea is you move your hips so that you stretch your shoulder capsule.
so my elbow and my shoulder and my hip all go forward at the same time.
Yeah. Like your arms should be like wet noodles.
Oh, I see. And
Spaghetti.
your feet are planted.
Yep.
Let me get a little angle here.
There you go.
You're planted. Oh, I feel that more on my waist now. I was rotating in my feet, which is
Oh, yeah.
cheek move.
And next up, we're going to a low squat.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of rest.
These I'm good at, man. I can
Oh,
live
you
down
can just
here.
chill all day?
All day down here.
Most people can't. First up, we're going back and forth between reaching ape and a thing called King Louie. Reaching ape is from here, reach,
Okay.
but straighten your legs a little bit and feel that pull in your low back.
Hello. Yeah, I like that.
And then back down.
And down.
King Louie's a little bit tougher.
All right.
Angle out,
Oof.
kind of spread your arms out so,
All right, wait.
and up
Okay.
on your toes a little bit.
Oh, now you're intimate. You're killing me.
This is like I don't know if King Louie really did that. I just
If he had skills, he had skills if he did.
And back.
And down.
And this is one of the things I was actually curious to ask you about. How long do you think is the optimal time
To hold that.
for one of these holds?
I like 20 or 30 counts.
20 or 30 counts. Wow.
Yeah, which is like intense. Or to start
Very
out.
intense, huh?
Tens.
Because I've been doing 5 to 10. That's interesting.
Okay, let's do 5 to 10.
But I've been doing more reps. Like if you do 20 to 30, you probably just do one.
You know what? You're right, though. I'd like 5 to 10 if you're kind of going in a flow like that.
In a flow. We got child pose.
Child pose. Oh.
So we're taking a little chill, a little breath.
Yeah, here. I'm already a fan of this. Yeah, that's nice. Right.
As long as
And
we're
torso
here.
between the legs,
Yeah.
on top of the feet.
Might as well throw in some of these thread the needle things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, hello, shoulder.
Yeah.
Loving that. And then other side. Yep.
And for these, you could do, let's just do one more quick.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. Over here.
Then I'm gonna go up onto all fours into a cat-cow.
Oh, cat-cow.
Yoga move, everybody's
Love
favorite.
it. More spine action.
I really wish the name of this move was cooler. You ever thought about that?
It's cat dog or it's cat cow.
But there's gotta be a cooler name, like
Well, so
Tiger something. Or,
tiger,
I don't know.
scorpion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cat, cow. Yeah. So
Tiger scorpion sounds a lot
This
cooler.
is our cat, obviously,
Yeah.
like a Halloween cat.
Or tiger.
And this is our moo cow.
Or scorpion. I don't think scorpions do this.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Next up, this is just a basic core stability exercise. Opposing arm and leg reach.
Okay, love it.
Touch.
Touch,
Elbow, knee, reach
extend,
out, down,
new side.
switch, yeah.
Got it out.
And I usually just kind of
Bring it
do
together.
3 of these because these are dynamic warm-ups
Yep.
and you could burn yourself out doing them all day, but then you really wouldn't have time to do the rest of it.
Out, in, out. I'm behind, out, in.
Okay,
Nice.
wrist warm-ups. Wrist warm-ups are often
key.
overlooked
Yep.
and tons of people have terrible wrists. This is
They can't even do a
something-
regular push-up because their wrists are so
Yeah.
erect. Yeah.
I brought tape just in case because my wrists are really bad.
I do these a lot, versions of this a lot.
And if you don't, if you neglect this, just one day is enough. And something tweaks, and suddenly your wrist hurts for 3 months, and you kick yourself for not doing wrist warm-ups.
Yeah, because you're out of commission.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, nice.
I do this with my mom a lot.
Do you ever do this one here, back here?
Oh man! Oh wow!
Spread the fingers. Now, there you go. And then ready, rock back a little bit. I'm gonna add you
I'm rocked.
rock back.
That's fine.
And then now lift the palms, but leave the fingers.
What are you talking about?
There you go, baby.
I
There you go. Right
now
like
my
that.
hands feel like they're gonna break off my arms.
Yeah. And then you counter stretch right here. Counter stretch that.
I remember in college because I saw this Jackie Chan movie, Drunken Master. I used to do this a lot. Because one of his moves was, he would do push-ups.
No.
That was a bad idea.
Nice.
Don't do that.
Here's one that I learned a long time ago. You're here, and then you spin it around. Is that intense or what?
Whoa.
Is that crazy? So you get the wrist and I can't do the right hand. Cannot do it.
I feel like there's something to be said for doing this way more than you think you should.
You're here and you spin her.
Yeah.
No, you're here and then you spin that thing around. It's crazy. Anyway, back to your messing with your flow right
back to
now.
the slow-mo.
It's like
that was some good additions to the flow-mo.
Yeah, that
nice.
in there.
Now we're gonna go back to our low squat now that we've warmed up our wrists and do some parkour touches.
Oh, now I'm scared, but okay.
So first up, we say we're gonna go 45 degrees on either side. By that I mean 45 degrees to your right,
Okay.
then back to the low squat,
Yeah.
45 to the left.
Over there, like that.
And it's really important that you put a lot of weight
On the hands.
on your hands.
Take the pressure off your knee.
Because your knees are in very compromised positions
Right.
at this level.
Right. Oh, I like that though. Oh, I like that. So you're bringing the knee kind of down toward the forearm and wrist area? Great. But
Now
weight
we're
in the
going to
hand.
switch to laterals. So basically, instead of 45, we're going, if I'm going this way, I'm going completely lateral. And here's where your hands are really important.
Right.
For some reason, it helps me to slap the ground with my right hand at the same time as my left foot hits.
Okay, let me try that.
Yeah.
Close-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And
Even
then
if
over
you
here,
stagger your hands.
man,
There's a lot of other movements that are based off that stagger in parkour that we'll do later. The next one is front. Now, technically, a Kong vault is a huge thing where you're jumping over something big, and we're just warming
a
up.
Kong vault.
So, because this is just a warm-up, it doesn't matter how far you go.
How many guys or gals do you know that can just hang out like this down here?
Very few.
Very few, because you got your whole foot in the floor,
Yep.
right? So you have
And
tremendous.
my shins are burning, and you're probably fine. That's why I'm talking faster about this.
Go.
This combo.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a big muscular dude, and so a lot of guys like you have their heels halfway off the ground.
And you, for me, like this is like traction for my back. Like if I don't do this kind of thing,
Right.
it acts up. So the forward parkour touch is just this touch, then hop up, hop back. And if you're feeling like you want to go harder, you jump further. But this is a warm up. So definitely no need to go too hard on this one. The last parkour touch is a back one, and it's a little bit tricky.
The legs do get you down here a while. The legs are on fire.
It's time to switch up.
Here, yeah.
Yeah. Now you're gonna reach over with your right and look to your left. And if you can, see if you can get back to your low squat. Same thing. Now you reach with your right and look the other way.
Got it. And then come back.
Oh, you got this. Man, this is a very advanced move that took me a while to get.
Yeah, but I watched you on video.
You just got it. You didn't watch me on video. I watched P90X.
I've done some animal flow in my life, a little bit poorly.
I think that the animal flow is a really good move.
Yeah.
Next up, we got downward dog.
My personal favorite.
And we're gonna add the same type of sway to downward dog. So basically, spread your feet out a little bit at first, so you get used to it, and then sway.
Oh, wow! Where's that been my whole life? Jeez, who knew that something so... That is the mega stretch, dude. You're dropping your hips too, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Don't tell anybody how hard this is for me. Oh, God.
I won't.
That's gorgeous. Oh.
I know you mean it. There's some stretches that hurt and you don't like it. It's good. Moving on.
Wow.
So what is the Paragon experience? When you look at the definition of Paragon in the dictionary, it's seeking to be your best. Just 24 people supporting each other throughout the process, no matter whether it's a seminar, whether it's a pool workout or an obstacle course in the backyard. Why is Ninja part of the whole thing? Because the fun factor is through the roof.
Ninja teaches you strength, balance, agility, all wrapped in one.
It's life-changing.
Now we're gonna take a little break. Basically, laying flat in prone position.
Oh, yay.
In a T.
Yay.
Get over here. For this one, try to keep your elbows kind of anchored to the ground.
Oh, I wish I could.
And
so
then
scorpion.
touch scorpion.
Oh man, that's nice.
All right.
Oh, I read your damn mind then.
We're gonna do
So we're
a
gonna
few
do
of
just do it
these.
this way. Look how straight
Keep
you are.
them pinned. And then the very next one is the same, just what you said.
Yeah.
Move up, and
then-
you can play with your arm angle too. And now you're stretching your bicep
Play
shoulder.
with my arm angle. That is so intense, but it's so good, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a ton of value in that move right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna release, get that arm over here, see if something breaks. Oh my gosh. You know what I love about this is the weight of your body into the floor forces the stretch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It feels safe,
Ish.
but also painful.
Yeah.
This
Thanks.
is a weird thing that I call Seamus hip boys because I learned them from Seamus. So basically, face away. We're gonna go here, and then reach this
Ooh,
way.
I know this move. It's tough for me. All
Is
right.
it?
So yeah, but I'm gonna try it. So I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm like this.
I'm facing away so I can look at the camera.
Oh, look at you! How smart you are.
Yeah.
Just put that around. So what's my starting position here?
Here,
Yeah, here. Yeah. Drop it, and reach.
reach.
Oh, that's so simple and so good.
This one is a big one for low back.
By the way, I'm stealing all of these from you, by the way, and I'm going to rename them, and I'm not going to give you any credit.
Well, I've stolen them, but these are Seamus hip boys. I stole them from Seamus.
Great. Well, okay, I'll give
These
you
are all
both. I'll give you
stolen.
both credit. Oh man, you know
Now,
what's great
if you
about
want-
that? That's low lat hip at the same time.
Yeah.
So good.
This way? Okay.
Yep.
This way.
Yep.
Step. Then lunge.
And then come up. Oh, you and then up.
Down. Left hand on the ground.
Left hand on the ground. Yep.
Slowly back to
Here.
there.
Yep. Come around here.
Around here. Reach.
Lunge.
Lunge. And for bonus points,
What now?
step down.
Step down.
Nice. That's it.
Ooh, that's the triple whammy
Yep.
right there. Never saw anything like this in my life, and it's just badass, dude. Here, here, lunge, step. My balance is crap.
And the main thing is, if your balance is crap, that was perfect. Just what you did.
Right.
Don't try to catch yourself.
Yeah.
Just put your foot
Just put
down,
foot down and do it.
and then slowly touch the ground. Otherwise, you'll find out that the ground is hard and it hurts. Back to the low squat. A couple of parkour moves. Remember when I said staggering your hands and your feet
Yeah.
is gonna come into play later?
Right. Which
This
we.
is it.
Right.
So left hand, right hand,
Yep.
left foot, right foot.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Kind of see how your feet are moving at the same time.
Ah. All right. Show me.
Right, left, right, left.
All right. Right, left, right, left.
There it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Left, right, left, right. Ooh,
So-
that nuance is a big deal.
It makes it such a big difference. And then you can, if you want to, throw like side kick into it to make it a bigger movement.
I totally want to. Damn. Let me try this direction. Yeah, you're really good at that. Right, left, wait. Right, left, right this way?
Yeah, but go more lateral.
Oh,
Because you're making it, it's easier to
That
go.
way.
Yeah.
here.
Yep. That's it.
Oh,
Next up is the turn vaults, which is ironically exactly the same,
yeah.
except we're turning. So it's left, right,
Oh, look at the hand.
left, right.
So complete 180. All right, that's gonna take me a second. Damn,
But the staggering is
that's just cool.
is the secret to it.
All right, so I'm gonna go here,
Yeah.
Let's see.
Left,
left,
right,
right.
then left, right.
Okay, hold on. Left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
Right, left, wait.
There you go. Right, left,
left,
right, left, then right, left.
right, left. I love that.
You nailed it.
Left, right, left, right. It's a little ugly, but
No. That's,
right, left, right, left. Oh, I'm better
That's
that way.
clean.
Yeah, thank you.
Everyone's got a strong side and a bad side.
Yeah, tell me about it. All right, what do you got?
Buns to the sun. This is an easy one.
All right.
Everyone's done these, but there's a ton of different variations. There's that one. There's this one. And for wrestling, a neck step is important.
Ah, yeah. That's not for everybody. That's why there's a disclaimer, because that move right there. All right, let me try all three of those. Let's see if I break my neck. Hold on. We got that, your classic, right?
Yep.
There. We got that one. And then, oh shit.
For those, it only works if you support yourself at your hips.
Ah, okay.
So I'm going here.
Okay.
And
Then over it. Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise,
I was getting cocky.
yeah.
Getting cocky going up there. All right, so I'm there. And I'm there. And then here. Oh, okay.
There you go. Because then you can control it. Otherwise, it's just,
You're just flopping around.
yep.
Wow. That is this, it's so I'll say this while I'm up and people aren't looking at my butt.
Yeah.
What's awesome about this is you're taking simple moves, a lot that people have done before,
Right.
and you're adding these little twists and turns, which accentuates the stretch. So you've been doing people doing the same things forever and ever and ever.
And the blood
and then you do these little
flow and your
turns.
heart rate. So you can, it's almost like steady state cardio in a way
Right.
if you move fast enough.
All right, let me try that one again for the camera so you're not looking at my behind.
I think the behind is going to sell some, or are we selling
Look at this, my side
views?
check. Over, more views, yeah. There's that one, and then there's here, and then the support. If I was on a mat, this would be a little bit less
Dicey?
Dicey,
Yep.
yeah. My spine is loving that. Yeah, it's so funny. Over here, I could take a nap, right? Over here, just a few inches to the right.
It's
Really
so
intense.
weird how your bodies are just like that.
But what you're doing here is creating symmetry that otherwise doesn't exist.
Yeah, and forcing it. The last thing I usually finish with is butterflies. And there's a million ways to do them. There's this thing.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is what I call the Western grip.
Ooh.
And then pushing kind of lightly down
Where
on one
has-
side or the
where
other.
has that been my whole life?
Western grip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brother, man, that is just absolutely loved it. I loved
Thank
it, and
you.
I'm going to watch this over and over again because I really
So-
that is you know why I like that? It's such an unusual, different way to get your body prepped for anything.
And a lot of the stuff, there's a lot of stuff I took out just to protect.
Protect your
But you don't need it,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool is what I found.
Yeah.
The workout we just did, I'm sweating.
I am too.
I feel good.
I am too.
I'm,
Yeah. Well, there, everybody. T. Horton here. I'm with Johnny Hennigan, and he just put me through the flow-mo. I got to say, my man, I just feel so open and ready. I'm ready to go up the pegboard after what you've done for me. But I mean, it just
you
my
had
hips and my
pegboard because of
lats.
the pirates and stuff.
What,
So
yes.
it's going for.
Yes. I took this off
It wasn't
my.
as funny as I thought. But dude.
This was down here on my leg. Now I'm going to put it up here. So all I want to try to do is use every hole to get to the top and come back to this point.
Every single.
Everyone on the side. I'm going to
Okay.
skip the middle ones.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go up. I'm going to come down. All right. You can use your legs. These are. I don't know what these are here. These are for cheating. So here goes. You ready?
Pegboards are not
Pegboard.
easy.
So I'm here, and the reason why this is tough is because
It forces
it forces you to learn the lock
isometrically-
because for a second you're on one arm, and when that peg typically comes out, that happens.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to lean into the side that you're holding on to. If you're out here, it's not as easy. All right. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3.
Pegboard.
So I'm here. I'm here. And you can see I'm not doing much.
Making it look easy. Oh, all the way up.
Ooh, that one goes all the way to the air conditioner.
That's a little dangerous at the top.
Down, and down, and down.
Did whoever make this pegboard decide to play a little joke on people and leave the top open?
Yeah, what was that? I watch out for the pinch.
I know, you pinched your finger. Yeah.
A little pinch. So I'm gonna do this too because take those out for me. Take that one out.
Okay.
Boom!
Okay, pegboard. Here we go. I'm done pegboards. Oh, whoa.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just messing around.
Yeah, just fake it. So here, remember though,
Okay.
the minute that right one comes out,
It's
you're
gotta
relying
be
on this arm. So you got to engage your lats, pull everything in, and then, put your feet on this wall as much as you like,
Okay.
too. Crazy. Yeah, so there's 2 ways to do it. You can hang and just reach up. Use your index finger and thumb to put it in, which is not cheating. It's just another way of doing it.
Okay, here we go. You go on the other side this time. I pull up. That's cheating.
Boom! You got it. Put your thumbs on the end so you don't pinch your... Yes, sir. Nice. There you go. Oh, look at that. You were just faking me out before. Good work.
All my memories of high school wrestling have come back.
Watch that top one. It's a finger pincher. Well done. Well done. Coming down. Yeah, it's almost as hard. Yes, sir.
It's almost
there we go.
harder because you feel like you're down, but you're not.
Yeah, I
know.
noticed that. Where the hell's the floor?
You're a really good, at aiming. Damn, I'm not down here. You get really good aim on the pegs.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 of these at home.
I'm just like
trying to. But here's a technique that people don't know about, right? Let me show you this. So you can do the lock-off version, which is really great, engaging the shoulders and the lats and everything else. The other version is kind of, you're here, right? You're hanging, and just go like that. And now this one's easier, right? Because I'm already there, right? And then you pull yourself up. So what I like to do is kind of get up, and then as I'm on my way down, I pull it up and reach, right? There you go, pegboard.
that. I wish I knew in high school wrestling.
Right?
This pegboard looks dicey. I want to learn that one you just showed though, because
See if you
literally
can skip one.
in high school wrestling, we had to do these like 3 times, 4 times a practice.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's get some flashbacks here.
Yeah. So you would do this, and then like, kind of just.
Yeah. Ain't nothing illegal about that. Get that in there and then grab it. And the next one's easy. You can just hang on that right arm.
Oh yeah. Now you
Because
got
you're
it.
flexible. For a strong dude, you're very flexible. So you don't have any.
So the tricky part is getting.
Getting a little bit of height. And you get tired.
You
too.
made it look a lot easier than it was.
Yeah.
False sense of security.
You weigh what do you weigh?
300.
Yes. I'm
210.
I'm only 205, so that's why I'm able to. I'm
You're
100. I'm like
205?
160. I'm 165
I'm 210.
pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got more stuff to carry. All right. Now we're gonna move on to the pull-up
was
bar.
very hard.
And there's all kinds of fun stuff we're gonna do in the pull-up bar. Plyo, switch grip pull-ups. Meaning, tough one. All right. And I'm gonna spot you the first time.
Okay.
But it's just about, because what you did with me was mobility is everything, right? Everybody's lifting weights and they're going for runs or they're getting an elliptical or stationary bike.
Right.
So they're burning calories and they're building muscle. People have been doing that since the 50s. But you, as a wrestler, based on multi-directional,
A lot of the stuff that I want to be able to do requires strange feats of strength.
Yes.
Like-
So this is one of those things that most people are afraid to do. So I'm gonna go 1, 2 in the air, coming down. I'm gonna reverse my grip. 3, 4 in the air. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna try to do it without breaking my hands.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, you just gotta be smooth.
I'm flying this back a little bit.
Okay, thank you. 1.
You're still going? Dang.
There you go.
Hey.
So the key there, on the first one, your legs don't matter.
Really?
On the second
Okay.
pull-up, whether it's forward or backward, you got to bring the knees up. There's a little kit, which helps you suspend yourself in the air in time
To get
to flip
the
it around.
switch.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
Are you willing to experiment with that?
totally.
So
willing.
here's how you practice. Here's how you practice it.
I was gonna, practice one just kind
Like this. You're gonna go 1, 2. Just try
of. Oh, that's better.
first, all right?
Okay. I was planning on doing like a 1, and then.
And then kind of jumping up. Keep using the
Yeah,
box.
I don't know.
Try it. John, the switch comes right at the top. So you want to pull that bar as
So
low as
you're
you can.
almost doing a muscle
You're
up.
trying to almost pre-muscle it up so you have, because gravity is going to start pulling you down to the ground.
Well, I got a bad feeling about this, but okay. So we're doing
1, 2, and then bingo!
Ooh.
3, 4. Ah, the other way is tricky. There it is. 1.
Boom.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
Those hurt. The chin up catch.
Yeah, the slamming, because you
It's
really
the
feel
chin
like
up catch kinda
I got
hurts.
a buddy of mine, you can't even hear it.
Really?
Super mellow. The next move for you would be this. It's all steps, right? It's all
Yeah,
steps. So you go here, right? And then you go here. Match hands. And then you go here.
Yeah, but that's like the baby version.
Yeah, but I know. As somebody with as many championships as you just want to go from 0 to 100.
I know, I want to be able to
I
do
get
the
that.
thing.
I get that. That makes sense.
So I'm going left first.
And then hips, 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 hips. And then right over there. Boom! Yeah.
Yeah, every time
It's just grip. Well, and we don't have, here, if you have any energy left.
There's also things at play, like
Give me your
I have a
hand.
broken neck and some nerve damage and a elbow thing. I'm sure I have a bunch
Yeah,
of
dude,
stuff
I'm
too.
surprised you're not more destroyed at 42. You want to try it now?
Yeah, actually, this will make a big difference.
Huge.
Oh, I'll use it all day. Okay, yeah. So I think
Feel the
left,
difference?
left first is the deal.
Boom. There you go. There it is. Yeah, now that's easy. Good.
Woo! Barely.
One more.
Nope.
Hey everybody, I'm sitting here with Johnny, the man, the myth, the hero, the multi-champion superstar, and he just ran me through a little flow-mo. Joe, hello. I'll be stealing all your moves, man.
You just
Really?
ran me through some crazy pull-ups, grip strength exercises, plyometrics pull-ups, the chin-ups, and it was easy for him and not me.
Yeah, no, I thought you did well. Yeah, you improved quickly, and I didn't improve. But it was fun, a little mano-y-mano.
Yeah,
You showed
it
your
was really
stuff.
good.
That's what this is about,
Yeah.
sharing that with the people, the human beings. And now we are in the sit-down portion of our program where I'm going to drill you. I'm going to ask you all kinds of very profound and deep questions. Number one question on my list. So you were a college wrestler.
Deep.
I found out during our little moment together working out that you also did some gymnastics. But
So
how did that lead to being a professional?
Basically, what happened was I wrestled high school. I did really well. I wrestled at UC Davis, which is D1, and I just had to have both my knees scoped. Not the end of the world, but it was enough to bump me off that course. And I changed majors from geology to film, and started wanting to make action movies. And I was like, what action movie you guys do? And they do wushu and breakdancing and gymnastics. And so I signed up for the gymnastics team, and I did all that stuff, and I spent like 6 to 8 hours at the UC Davis Rec Hall like every day. Probably overtrained, now that I think about it. But that's kind of, in the midst of that, there's a show called Tough Enough on MTV, and the winner of which would get a contract with World Wrestling Entertainment. And I applied for season 2 and almost made it and reapplied, and you couldn't really have timed it better. I flew out for the final casting thing. I flew to Davis, graduated. 2 days later, I got a call and I made the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you won that show. What was it?
And I ended up winning season 3 with Matt Capitelli, and we both got contracts. And this is kind of funny too. Like, you did it! Congratulations, you got a contract. Report to Louisville by Tuesday.
Oh, geez! Wow.
So I loaded up my car and I drove to Louisville, which is where the developmental system was.
Wow.
And also, when you get there, you're making a lot more than guys that have been there for like 5 to 10 years, and they just love it.
Oh, wow! So you were making more money because you won the show.
Yeah. And so when you walk in and you go, "Hey, it's John and Matt from MTV," like there's a bunch of old guys that are like, "Hey, John and Matt, step on."
Do you have a little target on your back or what?
Oh, a huge target.
Yeah.
I think that's how the business was. It's changed since. But really, like, I think it's kind of important in a way. And, like, nobody really crossed the line. You know, they just rough you up a little bit because that's just what they did.
Yeah. That's how you got better, I suppose. Yeah.
And if you can't take it, like, and you quit, then you quit. And the toughness it takes to travel on the road and like fly to all these different places and then drive 4 hours and then wrestle and then cram yourself into a car and then lay down for a few hours and do it over and over and over again is more than it takes to make it through OVW. Right. So if you can't make it through developmental, you're not going to. You're
not going to handle all that. The rest of it. 2-part question.
Yeah.
Favorite opponent, favorite venue / country / town to wrestle in.
Favorite opponents. Probably Johnny Nitro.
Yeah.
It's a little pun for the Nitro
I
fans.
thought you were Johnny
there.
Nitro.
I am.
You are your favorite opponent. Now,
Come
because
on,
you
does it get any better than this?
You play the villain and you play the hero.
I've played. You switch back and forth frequently in wrestling.
Right.
You know what?
So Johnny Nitro. What's Johnny Nitro's vibe?
My favorite opponent actually is my wife.
Oh.
I've wrestled her twice.
No kidding.
I'm 0-2. She is a lot tougher than me, but I figure one of these times, come on, her number's got to come up.
I would assume that's a big draw for people when they find that you're gonna. Now,
well,
did you wrestle her while you were married or before?
No, when we were married, she the first time she came out with all these dirty dishes and said, you know, when you got married to me, you promised me all these things, and now you don't even do the dishes. As a matter of fact, I brought the dishes here to prove that you haven't been doing them. Oh, and so we had like a loser does the winner's dishes for a year match.
Well, now who comes up with the bits? Who comes up with that? Do you guys kind of hang out at home and go?
Yeah, we just joke around.
I mean, that must have been, people must have loved that. They must have loved that.
It was so fun. Yeah. And like when we finished, we've done it twice. People usually say like, you guys look like you were having the time of your lives in there. And you are. Because you're saying all these things that are like so mean, but you both know that you're joking. And
right.
I did like a plate, she catches it, and then kick the plate, and it smashes her face. All this stuff. She's
tough.
She's a tough cookie.
Yeah. What's your now? That's your favorite. Your
opponent and venue is tough.
It's the villain heel, and then the hero is the face. Like, how can you describe why?
I think that goes back to like old school carny stuff because wrestling has a lot of like words like say gimmick, for example. Wrestlers say the word gimmick a lot, and gimmick is kind of like Smurf. It can mean almost anything. Hey, pass me the gimmick. What do you mean? The kettlebell. Duh. Do you have any gimmicks? What do you mean?
So who's your favorite face that you play?
Oh, that I've played.
Yeah.
It's like John Morrison has been heel and face. Like you can back and forth.
Really mess with it like that. Yeah.
I really liked Lucha Underground, and I was Johnny Mundo at that time, and I had a lot of fun doing that. That's where I met my wife in that faction with PJ Black and Jack Evans, and we were heels, or in Mexico they call them rudos.
Rudos.
But I think people started liking us because we were such jerks. Like, I would take out the referee, then everyone would come out with chairs and beat everyone up, and then more people would come out, and then Ty would come out and he'd kick them in the nuts, and then the referee wakes up and all he sees is me like half Nelsoning a guy and like 1, 2, 3. But it's the entertainment that people go for, and if you're the most entertaining, I think people will start to slowly like you.
Even though you're playing the heel. Yeah.
Because they go for entertainment.
Yeah.
They go to be
yeah.
entertained.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, what about venue, country, city?
That's so tough because they're very different. Man, like say in the Northeast, like Philly area.
Oh, yeah,
dig
Philly.
more of like a violent type hardcore
That sounds
style.
like Philly. That's Philly.
Japan,
love
strong
you, Philly.
style. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
San Diego, Mexico, more finesse flips, a lot more lucha. Deep South, like Alabama, Tennessee, they're like kind of more of like a comedy style.
Oh, wow.
It's
So you got to kind of, you know what region you're in, and then you have to kind of talk to your tag team person
You just have
and
to
say,
kind of
hey, we're gonna
feel it out. Like
Yeah.
you pick a generic plan, and then like you can tell like what kind of crowd you have within a few minutes.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah, that's the beauty of wrestling is the crowd is a character. It's one of the only
Totally. They're
things
so
in
fully
existence.
more than any other sport, I would say.
Like that's
for
the
sure.
point. Is like
Yeah.
to entertain the crowd that is there live, right? So
Right,
like
right.
if you're doing this cool thing and they're just sitting on their hands, like stop whatever you're doing.
Right.
And get the crowd involved. They might not want to see a bunch of ropes and flips.
Right.
They might just
Oh.
want to see a big guy shove another guy in like a stare down.
Yeah.
And then they'll get with it.
Go with it.
But the mastering the art of pro wrestling is mastering the art of making a crowd feel a specific way. And each crowd is different. Baby faces give the crowd what it wants, heels take it away. And if you can figure out what the crowd wants, then you get over. Then you become a star.
So you've acted. You've done a couple of films. Your 2 films are called, so everybody can watch them at home. They are.
My 20 films are called. The
Well,
two that
two
I've
that you-
produced. We've got Boone the Bounty Hunter. It's available on iTunes and Amazon. Speed of Time. It's a 13-minute short. It's available on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
And the Iron Sheik Massacre, which I just
Iron
finished.
Sheik Massacre.
It's a horror comedy. It's going to be in festivals this fall. I've been working on it for a long time. My wife likes horror movies. And on our honeymoon, we ended up writing a movie about an Iron Sheik action figure that becomes sentient and murders a bunch of people. That's what wrestlers do. But, hey, want to tell a story that
Tell a story.
doesn't fit in the ring.
Here's a question. And so I know who your favorite, when you play the hero and when you play the heel in the face. So who's your favorite old school wrestler?
Macho Man.
Macho Man. Right away out of your mouth. Boom.
Yeah.
Macho Man. Why?
For so many reasons. He's all charisma. And there's this clip on YouTube in Arsenio Hall. A kid asks Macho Man, he goes, Macho Man, have you ever cried? And Arsenio kind of tries to cover it. He's like, no, hold on a second. And then Macho Man goes like, no, hold on a second, brother. Oh yeah, the Macho Man's cried 1,000 times and the Macho Man's gonna cry 1,000 times more because the Macho Man is here to experience every emotion life has to offer.
wow. Did he pull that out just like that?
Like that. He'd start this thing where he'll ask a question and then answer his own question a lot. Like, ooh, yeah. Like, and that, I don't know how many people realize has been replicated by wrestlers over the years.
Really?
But I think
it's a great selling technique. It's a great way to sort of say what you need to say without somebody waiting for somebody else to ask the question.
And in wrestling, which is over the top, like, it's okay.
Right.
Like, in a normal conversation, you're like, how about these eggs? These are good. Like, then if it's just 2 people having dinner, like, suddenly Tony's thinking, no, you're right. Something going wrong.
Really? If you ain't getting it from anybody else, why not get it from yourself?
Yeah. But in wrestling, it like just kind of like makes this cool thing to fill up pregnant pauses. And there's the costume, there's the marriage, like there's a lot of stuff. I'm a fan of a lot of old school wrestling though.
Yeah.
I proposed to Taya in Lucha Underground and we got married. We got married somewhere else for real, but we got married on Lucha Underground and did like the Macho Man proposal basically.
Oh.
Taya, will you marry me? Oh yeah. The whole
Yeah, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay, so you're 40, you're years old.
Yeah.
You're a kid still. I mean,
Sure.
I got 22 years on you. But so you, as a result of kind of where you are in the echelon, right? You're still in the game. You're a little bit injured. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yep.
But so you know the old school guys. You know what made them great. You study that kind of stuff. Macho Man's one of them, right? Who are the sort of the up and comers right now? You're like, oh, this kid's interesting. This kid's got something going on.
So this is tough because there's so many up and comers, and they're so different now than they were back then. Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, Darby Allin, Ricochet, Mustafa Ali.
Oh yeah, sure.
Rinku Singh, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He played pro baseball. He's from India, and there's the thing called it factor. I'm sure that, but he has so much of it. He speaks perfect English. I think he could be the key to unlocking just such a huge Indian market.
Wow.
Think of how Nick Wayne is a guy that's extremely talented and 17 years old.
Whoa.
A few weeks ago, I watched him tear the house down at GCW.
No kidding.
There's a lot of new talent out there. The main difference, though, is a lot of the people now are I'm average to above average at an independent show. In WWE, when I started especially, I was small.
Really? Small in size and stature, or just small in notoriety?
In stature and size.
Oh, no
In
kidding.
the 80s, it was like the land of the dinosaurs. When Hulk Hogan was 6'8", Andre was 7 feet tall.
Oh, I know, man.
Those guys were just huge.
Right.
And some of the guys that I mentioned are like 160, and it's more about their performance and their character and their acrobatics than it is about just let's get the two biggest guys we can find
and just have them go at
just
it.
bump.
Yeah. Just because they're visually amazing to watch. Now, now leading into that, the next question is, you've got gymnastics background and your parkour background, so you do bring a style that is uniquely yours, right? Like how do you incorporate that into your work?
This is tough because this is something that I think about a lot.
Because just watching you come off the rope, I don't know what you call those, the parkour moves, but dude, you're literally spinning sideways as you're trying to time it to land on a dude, right, or on something, or out of the ring on top of a table and other wrestlers.
And I train that stuff. I train that stuff a lot, and there's a lot of guys that do it without training that are phenomenal.
Without training?
Yep.
Dang.
But for me, I can't. I need to go get my 10, 50, 100 reps in at least before I try it live.
Wow.
And sometimes 1,000 if that's what it takes.
Wow, yeah.
But the bigger answer to that question is I think there's two types of people in wrestling. There's businessmen and artists. And businessmen really just want to make the most money. And
these are wrestlers that are always trying to configure, I'm known. How many venues can I work? How many deals can I do?
Or what does the office want from me? What would give me in a better position politically? It's
There's a lot
that
of that in
mindset
wrestling, yeah.
versus what's the coolest sequence I could do, or what would pop the crowd, or I'm going to be in New York. What would be
what
cool
do New
in
Yorkers
New York?
want? Yeah.
I think that's a big distinction. And
artists just want to play.
Sometimes it coincides, and sometimes it doesn't.
It's interesting. You're injured right now a little bit. All right, so without getting into that, but you've got adductors and hip flexors.
You got all kinds of,
and you got some psoas, core things.
Yeah.
So you were still able to. So you're on the mend, obviously, and you were able to put me through something. But you can't. Can you get in the ring right now or not really?
It'd be really stupid to.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting better, and if I continue to get better, I think I'll get full recovery. And if I fully tear any of those
if you're
ligaments,
in the businessman mindset, you're going to get hurt. But if you're in the artist mindset, it's like, I'm going to do everything I got to do to get myself in the proper shape so I can come
depends
back.
if you're investing long-term or short-term.
Right. How many years do you think you got in the game? Or is that so they keep that secret?
It's been about 20
Wow.
now. And if you count high school wrestling, started that in 93. So 29, if you count high school wrestling.
Yeah, why not? And by the way,
I still think I can outperform.
how are your ears
most.
still?
So I wear headgear
in high school.
In high school, and in professional wrestling.
You have very pretty ears.
If there's,
Fantastic. They're perfect shape, size.
Hey,
Mine are okay.
your ears look
They're
pretty
getting
nice,
longer.
too.
They're 64 years old.
Look,
I might have to get an ear job. I don't know. I'm kidding.
is that a thing?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. in Brother, you shouldn't be hitting people in the ears,
Right.
or if you do, it should be a mistake. Like you're trying to make it look as violent as possible without hurting someone.
Right. But you still get what is the rundown of injuries that you've had over all these 29 years? Can you we have that much time?
Let's see. Sprain, partial MCL, full torn MCL, partial. The biggest one was I did my neck, and I think that's why my right has grip issues sometimes.
Oh yeah, a little nerve issue for sure.
I woke up one morning in the UK and I picked up 2 20-pound dumbbells, and just my right wouldn't
Let go.
close. It could barely hold a 5. I was like this. And I was in that zone where I was trying to pretend like I wasn't hurt. And that was the day where I was like, I'm injured, guys.
I can't
The night
wrestle.
before, I had a stinger for like an hour and a half. I don't know if you've ever had a stinger.
So where in where?
In my neck.
In your neck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a backflip and landed on my head.
And
I was right to the ER, man.
and it it's excruciating.
Yeah.
For like an hour and a half, it didn't go away.
Yeah, I mean, any slight movement and
And then I got it from doing a somersault, a quarter roll.
oh shoot,
It was just
mistimed.
no, like it was ready to go. Like I
it was
think
on
I
the
had
verge, yeah.
bone spurs, and it was getting arthritic and like whittling down. And I just like something I did just like broke like a pretty big piece off my spine, and it just went like
So was that something operated on or just rehabbed?
operated.
Yeah.
But in the like general scope of neck injuries, it wasn't the worst because I didn't have to get my spine fused.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like they had to get that big piece of bone out of my spinal cord so I could use my arm again.
Kind of critical.
I mean, I couldn't like this. I would like be like doing this to lift my elbow up.
Oh damn.
So like delt, bicep, and grip on my right side were done.
Shot.
But it
And
came
you're
back-
100% now? Pretty much?
I think so.
Yeah.
Until
to the monkey bars.
that monkey bar
Yeah,
thing.
but then you figured a little chalk and you were back in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Yeah, Tony, everything's perfect. So, what do
Actually,
you,
this is the dumbest one. Like I dislocated my left elbow and fractured like this bone. I was doing a photo shoot for Muscle and Fitness, and it was a parkour shoot. And you're doing the show, you get into it, but you forget that they grease you up, right?
yeah.
So I go for this thing that's called a cat leap, where you jump and you grab onto a ledge and you have your feet, and then you push yourself up.
Right.
But I'm all like covered in baby oil, so I just go like this, like, and fall down like 12 feet. I didn't reach, thank God. or I would-
shoot.
If I reached, I would
Dislocated everything.
Horrible. I just felt like this, and just falling like that was enough for it to just
So you did what? What was the injury?
dislocated and fractured.
Dang.
And I think in Europe they still put. The next day, the photographer came to my house and took a picture, and it's got a sling, and this hand is like a cartoon hand.
Just
Like when
swole
Bugs Bunny hits Elmer Fudd with the
hit
hammer.
with a hammer.
Yeah.
Nice. Did they put that in the article?
They put it on the cover.
Oh, they did. Oh, shit.
in Europe, though, only.
Oh, yeah. That sounds Euro.
Yeah.
For sure. So here you are. You're a little bit injured. You can't wrestle right now because you're a smart guy and you would know not to do that. What are you doing with your downtime these days, other than just rehabbing? And
Finishing the Sheik Massacre, man, it's the first thing I've directed since film school. I went to Atlanta, got the final VO from the Iron Sheik, who did the voice of the doll himself. Finalizing, like, to submit to film festivals, and you're probably familiar with this, there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to do. Statements, stills, submissions. So some free time to
A lot of
do
hoops
that
to
kind
jump
of
through,
thing.
yeah, to get it submitted. Yeah.
And then really thinking about like what's next, or like I feel like I never during this last run with WWE got a chance to show what I could do.
Yeah. I mean, I know that feeling. Obviously people know me from all my work. And early on, I had a lot to say. And then toward the end, I didn't. You know what I mean? You're going to do this. Yeah, but I shouldn't do that. You should have somebody else do that because of X. No, that's what I want you to do. And you're like, you know what I mean? But you do it because you got a mortgage, your car payments. You know what I mean? Which, is a bummer, but you just do what you do.
But
that's
life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing is I've never had more say in anything in my life. From the color of the bottles, to the photos on the front, to the font, to the ingredients inside. And a lot of it stemmed from when I was really sick, and actually 5 years ago. I don't know when this is going to. Yeah, I mean, I had Ramsey-Hunt syndrome, and now I still have bilateral. The reason why I remember this little move, like 1 foot leaves the ground and the world starts to spin. It's just something I got to deal with the rest of my life. And someday I have good days and bad. But the cool thing was, it's cool to be able to have that. And as a director, you got a say in everything. You know what I mean? You get to work with everybody and kind of run the ship. Like, is it going to go north, east, south, or west? And you're the one that gets to say so.
Yeah, exactly. And that thing, wrote, directed, acted, produced it. I didn't edit because the VFX were out of my scope.
Right. Sitting in editing bay is just a blast. Not.
Ironically, I like it.
You like doing it? Yeah.
Yeah, but
I like watching somebody do it.
The problem with it is I like it so much that I can edit for 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll be like, oh shoot, I gotta work out. I'll still work out.
Right.
And then my wife is like, God damn it, John. It's midnight. What are you doing?
Yeah, but that's just being a perfectionist and wanting to be good. I don't think that's a terrible thing. But
No, it's not a terrible thing.
Yeah, you irritate your wife a little bit.
But it's a time management thing that I should watch a little bit.
Right. So John Hennigan. Now I know you got for wrestling you have all these different names, and can you go through the whole batch?
Okay, Johnny Blaze, Johnny Spade, Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact.
Johnny Impact.
Oh yeah, Johnny
I
Impact.
like that one.
Man.
Yeah.
Johnny Blackcraft.
Okay, which one of
Johnny
those?
Ultra, Johnny Religion,
Johnny Religion.
5-Star, Johnny Game Changer. I mean,
now is that just a unique thing to you, or do other wrestlers have 3 or 4 or 5?
It's kind of become a unique thing to me, and it started because WWE likes you to change your name so they can copyright it.
Oh,
so when John Morrison leaves, I can't have a poster that says John Morrison starring at this venue. I have to change my name.
They haven't trademarked Hennigan, though, have they?
They can't.
That's
no.
yours, yeah, okay.
Which would have been smart if I had done that from the beginning. I know, I've thought about that. But so Morrison, Nitro, Impact, Mundo, trademarked.
All right, so here's I'm going to ask you a question again. Face or heel?
Grass is always greener on the other side. Here's why. I like to wrestle, my ideas come
sometimes
as a face.
Morrison is one or the other, or Nitro is one or the other. Or
well, you usually don't flip back and forth from match to match. If you're on TV, you're going to be face for a year, and then you turn, do something dirty.
Oh, I see.
Heel for a year. But my movement ideas usually are innovative and the kind of stuff that a babyface would do. My favorite way to talk is kind of heelish.
Give me some of the different types of personas or voices that you use in the ring.
So this is tricky.
I'm asking you to perform.
I know. I was going to solve for a second.
I'm here waiting. I'm waiting for that right now.
Different people can pull off different sorts of energy, and say some guys can pull off the sociopathic energy.
Right.
I can't.
Not your thing.
My version of a bad guy, I believe, is a narcissistic jerk who cheats and wins. And when he wins by cheating, he rubs it in your face and is proud of it.
Yeah.
So
It's a fun character to play. Yeah.
the kind of guy who's like, yo soy número uno, todos los otros son número dos, mierda. You understand me, Mexico? Called you a bunch of turds. Johnny Caballero's a true gentleman. There are caballeros y culeros.
They must go nuts. Do they go nuts when you're?
Oh yeah, they hate, like it,
Yeah.
That's fun.
Nuts, loving
The
it, though.
only
Yeah,
the
I
only
love-
riot that I've ever started
Oh,
was in
all right.
Mexico.
You started a riot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody threw a beer at me and nailed me in the face, and I threw it back and hit the guy. It might not have been the same guy.
Hit
But, like-
the guy.
But I hit a guy in the face in the front row. He jumped the barricade, and he was with maybe 10 people, all guys.
Oh.
10 people jumped the barricade. Then the ring started
And
filling
everybody
up.
else thinks it's part of the act. They knew.
People started throwing stuff. Rey Mysterio grabbed the mic and goes like, guys, settle down. I'm about to kick Johnny Mundo's ass. No need to throw stuff. More stuff. More stuff. More stuff.
Jeez.
About a minute goes by. Security's like, everyone out. Everyone out.
Wow.
And
So you did. There's glass bottles coming at you.
glass bottles, batteries, like bottles of piss, anything, just stuff. It's only happened once, and I'm glad it happened once because I feel like old school, like it happened all the time. And I'd be cool if it never happened again.
Yeah, yeah. I would think so.
But that was outside WWE. In WWE, there's if you throw anything, you're ejected like
Yeah.
that. So there's no riots,
Yeah,
no worry of that. That happened at Piedras Negras, which is a border town of I think like U.S. and Texas. Not the best neighborhood. Whoever I hit, there's a lot of things that could have gone bad.
And you were there. You were
Yeah.
there when that went down. Yeah.
And like the irony is like me and Ray ride together in the same car, like in an Escalade. He just dropped me off and then go a little further to drop him off. So then we get out of there together.
Alive.
But yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I feel like that's like a
An experience worth having.
experience worth having because like guys like Piper was stabbed like 7 times.
Wow.
Because like the people would get so mad in Puerto Rico that he was cheating. But when kayfabe was broken and people realized it's a show, it became harder to really infuriate crowds. And
Oh, no kidding.
oh yeah,
Huh.
like it was back in the day in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico especially was like renowned for like stabbing people.
Wow. Wow.
No, but like they had their champion like Carlos Colon, and if he didn't win, and if like Ric Flair or somebody cheated and beat their guy, like
Knives would come
they're
out.
following him to the car. They're gonna let's get him. You know?
Dang, man. Let me ask you this, and we're kind of running out of time, but
Yeah.
there's a couple things I do want to ask. One, and then one I want to ask you based on my own personal research, because I might be in a movie about Gorgeous George.
Ooh.
Gorgeous George, which goes back. But Bad Bunny, how did that happen? And what was that like?
Well, Bad Bunny blew it. I don't know if you know this, but me and The Miz asked him if he wanted to do a song with us a lot. Like 3 times, he said no.
All right.
Very offensive.
Very.
Um,
and I've
just
seen
kidding.
I saw your rap video, dude. You're funny and it's great.
Legitimately,
really good.
That was storyline. But Bad Bunny, in my opinion, is the best celebrity that's worked in wrestling. He's humble. He moved to Orlando to train. He just
Wow.
really wanted to do a good job, and I can tell why he's successful in movies and music.
Just good work
He's-
ethic then.
Good work ethic, smart, nice. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Bad Bunny.
Wow. But he blew it because he didn't do a song with you guys.
It's not too late.
Not
Bad
too
Bunny.
late. Bad Bunny, get on it.
Come on.
All right. What do you know history-wise? I mean, we're going back. We're talking black and white back in the day.
Well, Gorgeous George inspired Muhammad Ali. I mean, you might know that. I don't know.
Oh.
But he went on record as saying like a lot of his trash talk came from Gorgeous George.
No kidding. No kidding.
I don't I've seen some of his stuff. I don't know a ton of it, but I do know that he was one of the first people that really made entrances a big thing. Like now, like entrances are like half
That's
the show.
half the show.
But
coming in, yeah.
Gorgeous George, in his day, like half the, like people just would be in the ring already or just get in the ring. And then here comes Gorgeous George with like a loudspeaker, or he'd be with a mirror, like combing his hair, like slowly looking around and like flipping people off and like basically getting the crowd into it, doing his job. Like that's.
And he was the first.
Yeah.
But every boxer, every MMA fighter, everybody does it. I mean, it's funny. Can you imagine to this day that wrestlers were just in the arena, in the ring, and they started? I mean, that would be half the show would be not there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like now, I mean, they did a ton of action-packed stuff back in the day, which blows my mind. Sometimes you watch Johnny Saint, Marty Jones, the older guys that wrestled in the UK in the '60s, and compare it to now. You're like, the stuff we do now isn't that much more advanced or fast-paced than some of the stuff they did back then. It's interesting, but that's cool that you get to be a part of that Gorgeous George movie.
Yeah. Hey, let's stay in touch. There could be a real role in there for you, man. You never know.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I know the director really well, so he's a buddy of mine. And
cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably have 4 lines, and that'll be that. You know what I mean? But anyway, dude, I just want to say, this Johnny Hennigan, I like this guy. Hey, thank you for being here today. It really means a lot. Thank you for sharing that routine. That flow-mo is awesome. I'm going to steal pretty much all of it.
You're welcome to it. Thanks for having me, Tony.
Yeah, man, you're very, very welcome.
Like I said,
Big
when I
pleasure.
got here, big fan of you. Always have been.
Thank you. I've gotten this far, smoke, mirrors, lighting, and makeup mostly. So, and maybe a little
I'm
bit of
gonna
luck.
steal that.
Yeah,
Smoke, mirrors,
lighting and makeup. Boom. Thank you, dude. Hey, everybody. See you next time.
You know, I'm glad that you've really enjoyed this interview. I can tell because you're watching it, because I can see you. Anyway, since you're here, I know you're really going to fall madly in love with this next one. I mean, I'm talking about knowledge consumed by you. All you got to do is go right over there.